So hey guys, welcome to another video, and we just got the Parkour 2.0 update. And it is glorious. If you haven't played Warframe in a while, I think it's time to dive back in. Because stamina is gone, all the stamina mods have been replaced with fusion cores, and it's all different. You can double jump now, you can do sort of a bullet jump, you can glide, you can hop up the walls, you can hop from wall to wall, and I would say it's more fun than it was previously, because previously wall running and all that stuff was kind of clunky at times, and this gives you much more control and makes it way more enjoyable, at least for me. Now, there are a couple of things that will get patched. There are some performance issues with the game currently. I usually run at kind of steady 120 FPS when I'm recording in a 720p window. But today I was dropping to sort of 40-ish frames at times. But that's gonna get patched. I mean, Warframe is one of the best optimized games I have played this year and probably last year as well. It always runs very well. Now, another thing that's kind of broken is the Strun shotgun, or at least the Wraith variant of it. They changed the reload, so instead of essentially changing a magazine, which with some of the shotguns it doesn't quite make sense, you throw in each shell separately. And it was broken. It was doing three things. So at first, right here, I click the reload button and my Tenno throws in only 2 shells into the shotgun. And I was like, well, okay, so I press it again, and he starts throwing shells in and just waits until the magazine is full or the shotgun is full, and then I can start firing again, which was incredibly irritating. But I think it's a good idea to do it this way. That would actually help shotguns. So if you're cornered, you can throw in 1 shotgun shell, fire it off, kill whatever is cornering you, and as you're running away or you're repositioning, you can fill the entire shotgun. That's a good thing. Now, as far as I know, the Strun shotgun is the only shotgun that reloads this way. It doesn't make sense with the other shotguns as far as common sense goes. Alright, with Com and Comac, you have to have a magazine. Alright, you have this spinning magazine. And it doesn't make sense with a shotgun like Heck. I don't know what's the proper term for these kind of shotguns in English. I think they're just like barrel shotguns or multi-barrel shotguns, where you snap the barrels off to open it, you throw in the shells into the barrel, and then you snap them back, you fire them off with the trigger. If you were to put in 1 shell at a time, it would take you infinitely longer to fire off 4 shells than if you were to do it normally, which you snap it open, throw in 4 shells, and snap it back. So the Strun rate is probably the only shotgun that makes sense with this kind of reload, and I think it's awesome. They just need to tweak, and they need, as I've said, all they need to do is to allow us to shoot after every single shell has been loaded into the shotgun, and it would be fine. Then we have a new Warframe, the Equinox, or maybe it's pronounced like that, who knows, but it's themed around day and night. So you can, with 1 ability, you can change between its day and night form, and then you have 3 abilities that are different for the day and night form. So you essentially have 7 abilities with this one. Then we have some new and sexy Siandanas that are cloaks with some wonderful cloth physics. And I can't wait to buy one of them and see spaz around as I parkour all over the place. And unfortunately, most of them clip through my rhino's butt. But, you know, that's inevitable pretty much with cloth physics. It's really hard to make cloth physics work when you have so many different Warframes with so many different body shapes. This one is particularly cool. I like this one a lot. I think I'll buy this one for my Ash. Yeah, he's gonna like that one. Then we have a new Kubro, which I don't have the footage of, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But it's, well, let's just call it the carrier Kubro. He's gonna pick up items and he's gonna deliver them to you. So it's the carrier Kubro. Then we have some Kubro armors. I'm kind of indifferent about this one. I feel like, well, it's just a doggy. It's a lovely doggy. It doesn't need armor. But, you know, you might like it, so you can pimp up your Kubro. Why not? Then we have the new tile set for Uranus, which is the mix of land and underwater. So if you see the word Submersible next to the mission name, this is what you're gonna get. And to be honest with you, I was really confused once I got underwater. It's Archwing, but it's way more floaty and you're really slow. And it didn't help that my Archwing isn't leveled up after, I don't know how many hours. Yeah. 571 hours. And I still don't have a fully ranked Archwing weapon or an Archwing frame. I think a couple of factors contributed to this. First of all, I was playing solo, which wasn't the smartest of things to do. And even though they have flashlights, so they're kind of easy to see, it's really dark. And I was being shot from all sides. I was like, oh shit, I'm being shot from the left, so I turned to the left. And suddenly I was being shot in the back, so I turned around and I was utterly confused. And I had no idea what I was doing. But maybe if you have a fully ranked Archwing and an Archwing weapon, and maybe you're running in a group, this will be more fun, but I was just utterly confused, and I was getting more and more frustrated as more and more enemies attacked me in this huge, massive room. It looks cool. It feels like you're underwater, but I was just utterly confused, to be honest with you. And then we have the Frostwell rework. I wouldn't really call it a rework. They just tweaked his abilities, so he's better now, essentially. He's slightly faster, I think, as well. And you don't need to stack duration anymore for his bubble, which is good as well. And this tilted was particularly laggy for me, so I'm sorry for any frame rate drops, but I decided to keep them in just to kind of show you that, yes, there are some frame rate issues. If you're having frame rate issues, don't worry, they're gonna patch it. So I hope this video was helpful. Maybe you haven't played in a while, or you had no idea that this update was gonna drop, so you can go and play it. I think the best part of this update is the parkour. I think it's a lot of fun, even though I'm still getting used to it. I really like the idea of having no stamina, because on most of my frames I was running stamina mod, so I wasn't restricted by stamina. I was essentially modding my frames so that the stamina bar was irrelevant, and now that it's gone, I have one more slot for another mod, and I can run fast, and I can run all the time, and I can do all this crazy stuff. The underwater stuff, as I said, it's cool, but I was just completely and utterly confused by it. So I guess once I level up my Archwing and my Archwing weapon, and I get kind of used to it, instead of just floating about being, oh, what's going on, I don't know what's going on, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. It looks really cool. There are also some new weapons, but I think I will do videos about them once I get them, and that's kind of it. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.